They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. The long off-season has finally and mercifully come to an end, and we're ready to open a new campaign. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work first. Pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch.
Turning it on! Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle at Staley. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Welch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the move. Look out, he's got room. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return. Here, they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on...
There he goes! Got enough for the 1st down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Quickly to the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive. Short kick. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Close to the marker, it's Welsh. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Thielen on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Foot. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's good. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case.
Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the run, it's good. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose. And it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry. Two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Turning it on! He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. He'll keep it himself. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. They're now up 9-0. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here we go, they'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. He's got it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Back to pass, it's Hart. Rushes on him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and game tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Into mid-stride, inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Vols can really attack on this second and short. They go to the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to pass. It's Hart. Back open in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get us.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. He's moving out of the pocket. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under...
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Absolutely perfect. And now they take the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. To throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The kick is on its way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, it just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Lining up for the PAT. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Now this offense is back on the field. Back to pass, it's Hart. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The give as they work on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay.
Turning it on! He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hart. Quickly out to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Off play action. Under fire. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm.
He'll take a deep shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.